Welcome back, everybody. I'm Derek, your horrible host, and this is Monday Night Mad Monster Movie. So I got a couple movies lined up for us to talk about, but before I get into all that, really just wanted to go over, tonight has a theme, but really wasn't my intention when I started watching films this week. I would say it kind of just naturally morphed into that between the films I was watching, an audiobook I'm listening to, and then really all kind of dawned the other night when I watched a documentary on the streaming platform Shudder. If you're not familiar with it, it is an all horror streaming platform. Highly recommend it, regardless if The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs is on it or not. I still recommend it. But yeah, so there was this new documentary called 1,000 Women in Horror, and it really just dawned on me that, like, hey, I'm watching a lot of lady-themed horror movies, and I think we have a women in horror theme going here. So the documentary, for one, was kick-ass. Highly recommend it. Women have always been in horror, going all the way back to Mary Shelley writing Frankenstein. But yeah, I love women in horror. I think they definitely have a place. Those who say they don't are ridiculous. But I just look at movies like my comfort films, Friday the 13th, who are really our killer and our kick-ass final woman who is saving the day, kicking ass, not taking shit. And yes, towards the end in the series, there are some men who make it as well. But I mean, let's be honest, where are they really contributing to the films? So just women in horror, that's our theme. Oh, by the way, the audiobook I've been listening to is Men, Women, and Chainsaws. Not a new book, but a real cool look at gender and genre, and just a fun listen, or an informative listen, put it more that way. So yeah, with that, we will kick off. Our first film is from 1989, and it is Office Killer. Now, this movie stars Carol Kane, Molly Ringwald, and Janine Tripplehorn. Now, I have to say, Janine, really what I remember her from is the show Big Love with Bill Paxton. I watched that younger. Also has Needy from Jennifer's Body in it, and an early role for her. So yeah, cool show. But before I get into all that, that's about polygamy, as weird as that was. Office Killer. Carol Kane, awkward woman working in the office space, kind of keeps getting shit on, and finally she's like, you know what, I'm not taking it anymore. There's an accident, and she really just, capitalizes on it, takes advantage of it, and you really kind of see her start to own herself as the movie goes on, which I think's like, yeah, good for you. Just too bad she couldn't figure all of that out before she started killing, and much earlier in her life. But sometimes it's a little late for people to gain their confidence. But I found this to be a fun movie. Definitely fit into the category of kick-ass women in horror. But, some fun kills. And of course, we get a shrine of decomposing bodies towards the end, which any movie that has a shrine of rotting corpses is, okay in my book. But I actually got this film through my monthly subscription to Vinegar Syndrome. If you've heard me talk about them before, you already know, but they are a genre film restoration company that releases a few films every month, and there's subscriptions you can get with them to where you just get those films automatically sent to you. So I've done that past several years, and this was the March subscription film, or one of them. So came in a kick-ass box set. We got a box. We have an in-depth booklet essay on the film and the making of. We got a nice 4K release here with a slipcover. So as you can see, Vinegar Syndrome, they just go all out. But yeah, Office Killer, 1989. Carol Kane, Molly Ringwald, Janine Triplehorn. Really recommend this movie. I'd have to give it 7 out of 10 faxes. All right. Now, I really just wanted to highlight 2 movies this week, but before I get into our last movie, I did have some honorable mentions. I did not only watch 2 movies this week. I watched several movies, and some of them still fit into our women in horror categories, and I will highlight those as I kind of go through them. But to start with, I do have Infection. Now, this is a J-horror film. I had seen this movie not too long after it came out, back when I was actually kind of into downloading movies. At one point in time, I did do a lot of that. As you can see, I think I've more than made up for any downloading I might have done. But yeah, this movie takes place in a hospital. There's like some malpractice that happens right as an infected patient is dropped off, and the story really just kind of spirals from there. There are some really intense visuals in this movie that, although I like vaguely remembered the story, just certain visuals stuck with me. So rewatching this film like over a decade later was really fun, especially to catch those things. Like, oh, that's the part I remember. So yeah, really had fun with this one, and actually watching this film along with some others kind of kicked me off on a J-horror kick. If you saw my unboxing video, then you know, like, yeah, I've definitely got some J-horror on deck. But also watched The Nail Gun Massacre. Now, funny enough, I actually have the VHS copy right here, so I am no stranger to this movie. But it's actually my first time watching the 4K release I got from TerraVision. This movie, I would say, fits into the women in horror category, as it is a rape revenge movie. But it also has a rare movie, I feel like, where a woman is doing the stunts for the killer. It's kind of split 50-50 because they want to keep you guessing on who the actual killer is. So there's a man and a woman stunt person playing the killer in this. And I think that's actually a clever idea, although I will say, in pretty much every scene the female is playing the killer, it's very obvious it is a female. When the man is playing the killer, it's not as obvious that it is somebody different. I would have to say it's probably due more to their height. They're kind of short. But this is a fun movie, just over the top. It is low budget, was shot, I believe, on 16 millimeters, so it has more of that like grainy feel to it. But yeah, a lot of kills, some ridiculous kills. For the ladies who say that there's never any male nudity in the film, well, this film does have some for you. Really what I love of this was just like the over-the-top taglines the killer uses, like when killing 2 people and saying 2 for 1 cell. So just ridiculous like that's right up my alley. Give this one a watch, guys. I think it's a fun film. But after that this week, I also watched Cure. This is going along with my J-horror kick from the Criterion Collection. Actually got hit to this movie from the In Search of Darkness documentary. This one was the 95 to 99 one, and I'd never seen this film before, but hearing about the premise and one scene, I had to check it out. Basically, there's this man who's like a hypnotist, goes around, and anyone unfortunate enough to like end up talking with him is like brainwashed. And they end up just like committing these horrible acts, killing people, carving X's into their throats. And after they've done that, they are then like coming to and realizing what they've done. So anyone who's familiar with the term like degloving, this film has a defacing, really intense. made me want to watch this film. So this is a good like rainy day, or just like, yeah, kind of like a depressing day film, but at the same time had a good ending. Really kept me pondering on what it meant and what I was actually seeing. So highly recommend this one. Last, I guess, honorable mention film before we get into the main one of the evening is the Forgotten Gialli Volume 9 box set from Vinegar Syndrome. This is another one that was in my subscription, and I do have all 9 films, or all 9 box sets that have 3 films each in it. We have Madness, The Final Scoop, and Murder in Blue Light. It's rare that I like all 3 films out of the box sets. Just, you know, 3 films, are you gonna love all 3 of them? Not always. But I did really enjoy all 3, 2 more than the other. But yeah, those who don't know, I guess, Giallo or Gialli films, term comes, or it's Italian for yellow, and really comes from like the 50s and 60s yellow paperback novels of like crime, mystery, sex thrillers. And these were really popular, and directors like Mario Bava, Dario Argento, Sergio Franchetti, sorry, I have to use the accents, but they like really popularized these films, like with, you know, Blood and Black Lace, Suspiria, Deep Red, favorite of mine, Bird and Crystal Plumage. So those are the popular ones. Forgotten Gialli is more of like the off-brand or less known Giallo cinema, and there is a lot out there. For those who don't know, Italian cinema, just when they got into a genre, they basically wrote it till the doors fell off. You might know from like the spaghetti westerns, like kicking off with Clint Eastwood and things like that. A lot of those directors kind of rolled right in from the westerns into these giallos, and then like into horror films and things like that. You'll see a lot of the same directors kind of like throughout all these different genres. But nonetheless, Giallo, Madness, I thought was a real fun movie. We'll have that image right here where the killer is basically using a tuning fork knife to pop out eyeballs. Female-centric, good story to it. Enjoyed watching it, and very gory, the goriest one out of the lot. And then I would just say the last one I really enjoyed was the last film of the movie, Murder in Blue Light, where it actually stars Florence Goering. We've talked about her before in films like The Black Cat. I found her delightful. I think she's beautiful. Great film. She is our maid right there. Basically, she's kind of like owning her sexuality in this film, to where by day she is a high-end, top-paid model, and by night she is hunting her brother's killer by being a sex worker, basically having sex with these different men and their different extreme kinks, to find out who was this weirdo with a very unique thing, who killed her brother. So just think that like you'd be willing to have sex with your brother's killer to find out who it was. Yeah, crazy movie, crazy box set. Can't recommend Giallo films enough. I'm a huge fan of mysteries, so love films like this. But main film of the evening is Over Your Dead Body. Now this is a Takashi Miike film. He is a very popular Japanese director from films like Audition or Ichi the Killer. Insane guy. If you're not familiar with him, his IMDb credits would have to be insane. I can only imagine, because he directs so many films, and not just in the horror genre. He is in comedy, dramas, action films, TV shows. He does it all, and he does so much every year from my understanding. So this was a movie back from 2014. It's out of my Scream Factory collection. So I've actually had this film for like 5 years and I've never watched it. It was actually still sealed, but it was one that I was kind of just waiting for the right day of when I wanted to watch it. And that was this past week. Really cool story. It's basically a husband and wife who are doing this huge like Japanese theatrical play, and they're also playing a husband and wife in the play that revolves around them. And before I tell the story, just like the stage presence of this thing is really kick-ass. They're all just doing a rehearsal through this movie, so we're never actually watching the play, but when they're doing the play, like we're diving into it like it's actually happening in feudal Japan, while the people rehearsing the play are like more modern time. But the stage, it's a huge circle, and it's got like basically a lazy Susan, to where there's like maybe 2 or 3 different set pieces, and as the story evolves, the stage is revolving. I just found that really cool. I've never seen anything like that. I would imagine when the play was actually happening, there would be like an audience of like 180 degrees. Probably not the full 360, because otherwise it wouldn't be revolving, and I don't know. But just real cool concept. But the play is, like I said, feudal Japan, and we have this man kind of like wooing a woman he loves, wronging her family and winning her hand in marriage, never really succeeding in life, resenting her because of it, and because of greed, basically wronging her again in life, very tragically. And as this play is being played out, we're actually seeing like drama unfold and like a marriage unraveling of the husband and wife who are portraying these characters. It's just real impactful. Wasn't sure how this story would play out, and I really enjoyed it. But there is a very intense, gory scene. I love gore. Just highlighting a movie of a man popping out eyeballs. So that, you know, I like gore, but there was a scene in here that was just, it was intense. It just makes you realize, like, man, women go through a lot. So I did find this movie just really fitting for our theme for this week, and it was a movie, like I said, I've held on to for many years. Glad I watched it. Really good story. Kind of like with The Cure, and kind of like with a lot of J-horror that I'm a fan of. It's like a depressing day film. So it's like a good rainy day movie. So here in the springtime, that's perfect. But I would have to give this one, I would give it 7 out of 10 deadly creepy dolls, as we got right here. But this one's from 2014, Over Your Dead Body. Highly recommend this one. So, but that does it for our episode, guys. And, you know, if you've seen the other episodes, I'm sure you can tell that, you know, it's morphed a little bit. I'm kind of evolving this as I go, or changing, or just doing what I like, or what feels more natural. So let me know if you're enjoying how the show's going, or better yet, tell me if you've seen any of these movies or plan on checking it out. If any of you guys are a fan of giallo or gialli films, tell me what your favorites are. I would love to hear them. I've seen and own a lot. So if you're able to recommend one I've never seen before, I'd love that, and I challenge you to do so. But until next time, guys, stay spooky.